Coming up, a record attendance for this year's Business Excellence Awards had plenty of wow factor. Ipswich Chamber of Commerce President Phillip Bell joins the show with the highlights and current business sentiment. It's Friday, October 13, 2023, and I'm Alan Roebuck. Welcome to episode 299 of Ipswich Today, which acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which it is produced and pays respects to elders past, present and emerging. This podcast is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. Successful local businesses were on show on October 7 at the annual Ipswich Region Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. President Phillip Bell joins the show with the highlights of the awards, held at the Event Centre at Ipswich Showgrounds. Always great to have you on the show, Phil.
Oh, great to be with you, Alan, and still coming down after an amazing Business Excellence Awards for this year.
It's hard to believe, we last spoke in May about the 117th birthday bash for the Chamber. Here we are at the other end of the year. Was it a record attendance for this year's awards?
It was, and this is what blows my mind, Alan, certainly for the last 8 years, these Business Awards have been growing year on year, and we've already been through a transition from single venue across two venues. We've now outgrown a couple of venues in the city, and it's wonderful there to be hosted at the Ipswich Showgrounds, the largest venue that can continue to contain us. And we broke last year's record with an attendance of 371 people at the award ceremony on Saturday night.
Oh, that's brilliant. And I got to say, it's fantastic how that venue can really be dressed up for a function such as yours, lots of light, colour and movement.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. We love working with the Ipswich Show Society. They allow us all of the freedom that we want to put on a magnificent show. And as you would have seen, we really dress it up, and the guests really love it.
And what about the number of businesses nominated across all categories? Was that a record as well?
It was a solid nomination. I don't think we broke the nomination record, Alan, but we certainly lifted the engagement. And the reason was this year we had 14 different award categories, which was significantly more than we've held in previous years. And the interesting thing about that is that's been driven by our member demand. So we are so diverse now, Alan, that frankly the 10 categories plus the President's Award that we've held previously just doesn't cut it. Our local business community is much more broad than that, and we've had a great time in celebrating those extra awards. Let's
talk about the winners. Can we start with the Business of the Year?
Business of the Year award, very keenly contested as always, Alan. We had four, in fact, good finalists in that category, and wonderful to see the RPQ Business of the Year award go to River 949, which was, a very popular award winner. Great outcome.
And the team up there on the hill, led by David Wiltshire, they're actually doing a fantastic job, and they've really hit their straps, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. Their community engagement's just fantastic. There's almost not an event you go to in the local area, and even beyond Ipswich, Alan, where you don't see River 949 really well represented.
Let's talk about the other category winners. I'll let you run through them.
Yeah, so I'd probably like to pick out some of the new and potentially even lesser-known award winners across some of our new and emerging categories, because there are some great stories there, Alan. And the Connect and Grow SEQ Food and Agribusiness Award was a really interesting one. 3 strong finalists in that category: Club Services Ipswich, Imbibus Craft Distillery, who we all know and love. But the award was actually taken out by an amazing, innovative company called Neogen Australasia. And they do some incredible work, very highly scientific, highly technical. And their work is around supporting agribusiness by that pure science, mapping genomes and genetic technology and the pure science support for local agribusiness. It's just a wonderful story.
Wow, all this happening in Ipswich. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Another award that I'd like to pick out, if I may, Alan, is the Blue Dog Training Building and Construction Award. And again, that's, with all of the growth that's going on within the local region, in construction in particular, very keenly contested award. We know we've had great strength in nominations in that category across other awards previously, but lovely to see that one taken out by In-House Bathrooms, who is a business that has actually featured quite prominently both as finalists and in having achieved some great award outcomes in previous years.
I'll make sure I put a link in the show notes to all the award winners. I also noticed your team was very efficient getting the information out on LinkedIn and other social media. What about the President's Award, one you have to deliberate over?
Yeah, that was really popular, and it's a real privilege, as you know, Alan, to be able to bestow that award upon a person or business that's really contributed and leaves a strong legacy in the local business community. And Marty Branigan from Bank of Queensland at Winston Glades, with his decades of experience in providing banking support for not only Bank of Queensland but NAB in the early days, a real local committed to grassroots business support, a great family banker and friend to all. It was a very popular award.
Apart from your President's Award, what was the highlight of the night for you as President?
Well, a highlight for me as president, I think, is just the continuing engagement. I love the fact that this is an opportunity to really celebrate some of those stories, Alan. So the number of times I heard the word "wow" mentioned as all of our guests made their way along the red carpet and into the wonderful venue, a magnificent band playing, really lifting the energy, and everyone simply celebrating some of those wonderful stories that we all love to hear. I just see it continuing to go from strength to strength, and it's the energy that is the highlight for me, and that's what I think about throughout the year, and this ability to be able to celebrate those wonderful stories, Alan.
Clearly the event is going from strength to strength and the vibe was obviously very positive. So while I've got you, outside of the awards, how would you describe business sentiment in Ipswich at the moment?
Oh, I think it's absolutely racing back, Alan. So, and I've said it before, Ipswich is so dynamic and so diverse that our community tends to, we suffer some incredible lows through natural disaster and other events, that impact business broadly. But Ipswich in its diversity and its strength is, I would suggest, the best at bouncing back. And I've seen that in the last 12 months. I've seen a number of businesses who've actually looked upon such things as COVID as a bit of a gift to them in terms of better understanding how to do business and also how to respond really quickly to their customer needs. And I'm going to say we're a lot stronger for it as a local business community, and that extends not only in the city but through the regional parts of our wonderful city as well.
As you're saying that, Phil, I'm just thinking back that from when the podcast started, the council was under administration. That's when we first caught up, and we've had regular catch-ups since. And of course, during COVID, extremely challenging time. But as you're saying, things are bouncing back. But there are external factors that influence how we run a business and how businesses run. Interest rates are constantly in the news. We're familiar with the impact on mortgages and the housing shortage. What's been the impact on businesses?
Yeah, I would suggest that the rising costs, including the cost of credit and interest rates, Alan, has been an opportunity for local business to better understand their costs. And that is, you're quite right, one of the key pressures that is, particularly affecting some of our members and businesses that operate very close to the margin. But I'm so appreciative of those businesses that do operate on tight margins and have a great deal of understanding around their cost structures. Those interest rate pressures, I think, have been not only well expected but well planned and well responded to by our local business people. We've got some real talent in our local business community who take every opportunity, including interest rate pressures, to better understand their business and deliver better business outcomes.
All right, Phil, we'll leave it there after an exciting annual Business Excellence Awards, which, as I say, is going from strength to strength. Congratulations to you, your team, and the sponsors for supporting event. And thanks for speaking with Ipswich Today.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Alan. Very exciting and looking forward to next year.
That's it for this episode. Don't forget to look for handy links in the show notes. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. This podcast is listener supported. Please make a once-only gift or regular donation to help keep it online. Just go to ipswichtoday.com.au. Follow and stream this podcast from your favourite app, including iHeartRadio, or play Ipswich Today on smart speakers. Music is supplied by Purple Planet Music. This is Alan Roebuck. Thank you for listening.